Back again for another video. Today's conversation will be time wasters. Now, here comes the preface. We widely understand that this world has assets to it, and it has liabilities. And in the assets, there is, of course, gains to be made. But in the deficits, the liabilities, there are losses to be had. Time. A lot of people argue this, but let's really think about it in a physical sense. Time is the most important thing that we have on this earth, because without time, there is no reality, as the universe itself is based on time and space. Without either one of these, you do not have reality. A lot of people should definitely understand that. Without space, time means nothing. Without time, space means nothing. What occupies space? All sorts of matter. This is how we get our measurements for things. For instance, the distance from the sun to the earth, or how fast the speed of light is. All these things are measured using time as an axis off of space. The Y and the X, right? So without time, once again, there is no reality. So therefore, time is one of the most important things that we have next to space. Your space and your time are the most important things that you have as a man, as a human being, as any living creature on this earth, because without them, you have no existence. So it is important that you value both of them and you use them accordingly to how you see fit. But once again, there's assets and there's liabilities. Now on to what I'm going to talk about. A woman can be either or. She can be an asset or a liability. And what dictates this is the way she spends your time and your space. Meaning that if you give her some time and she spends it incorrectly, she is therefore a liability. If you give her space and she uses it incorrectly, she is therefore a liability to your very existence. Because remember, once again, time and space are the two things that create reality. Without them, there is no existence. So if they are directly tied proportionately to your existence, then a woman wasting your time and misusing your space is the opposition to your very existence. When you put it this way, I think men can easily conceptualize how important it is to have a woman who knows how to use your time and your space correctly. But men, we give our time and our space away very freely, which we shouldn't do, because this is linked directly to our power, to our authority on this earth, because time and space denotes a physical attribute. And since we are the guardians and the leaders of the physical realm, this is a slap in the face for us to misuse or give it to someone to misuse our time and our space. So we need to value these things a whole lot better. Any woman who is willing to waste your time is not worth being within your existence. I mean, she can be anywhere else, just not within your realm of time and space. You understand what I mean? It means that if a woman does not have the correct reciprocity on your time and your space that you see fit, meaning that you give her time and she gives you a product that you are pleased with, she is not worth your time. It is not a reciprocal exchange. It is not an even exchange. And just because you may be able to rationalize something that you shouldn't be rationalizing doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it okay at any point in time for you to give someone your time and them misuse it and you brush it off. It's not okay, because it gives the person the impression that they can habitually waste your time. Let's move on to space. A lot of women need space. They need a place to live. They need a place to work. They need a place to do everything that they need to do or that they want to do. If they want to go to a club, they have to go to someone's space. If they want to have a nice dinner, they have to go to someone's space. Or they can stay home, regardless. But once again, men are the leaders and the protectors and the creators of the physical space. Not necessarily saying that we created the earth, we created the universe, but as far as it goes to civilization, that is our creation, collectively. No one individually owns the patent on civilization, but we do own a portion of it as individuals, because we are the ones who maintain it. Once again, that goes back to my other philosophy, that you cannot have power without responsibility. Since men are responsible for the upkeep of society in its physical standings, then we also have the power over such. Because if we walk away from this, there is no existence of the civilization. That's so simple to understand, but people will still dispute this. They'll say, well, women can take up the mantle of, creating what men will not anymore. No, because if that's the case, then women have had the opportunity for hundreds of thousands of years. People act as though women have just come into existence. No, y'all have been around for as long as we've been around. So why isn't there any notation in any history or anthropological findings that there were cities built by women over and over again, societies ran by women over and over again? Why? Because that's not what women do. That's just not what they do. And people can say, oh, well, it's because of the patriarchy and, patriarchy has been around. Well, my question to that is, if the patriarchy is an entity that oppresses, why is it that women draw to it? And here's what I'm going to explain again. If you pay attention to the way women move, why do you think women want to go to big cities? Why is it that most of the beautiful women and upwardly mobile women want to be in big cities? Why? Big cities are the definition of a man's creation, to a T. To a T. Large cities are, but women want to be there. It's because that's where the top men are for the creators. That's why the creators of society, they don't live out in the country. They live in the biggest parts of their own creation. That's why. So all this notion about, well, the patriarchy, this, the patriarchy, that, well, go build your own society if you can. Why not? Why not do like those women did down in Georgia? They bought a large plot of land and they decided that they were going to build their own community. How well is that going, by the way? Since women are oppressed by the patriarchy. Yeah. I mean, even still, go to, there are plenty of countries that have things for sale. I was recently watching this video of the strange places that are like in the middle of major places and nobody owns them. All you have to do is pay the taxes or whatever it is, do whatever the laws say, and you pretty much own an island for not much money, maybe 1.2 million or something like that. Why can't women pool together and then just move out? Why? if the patriarchy is a problem. Nope. Instead of taking their money and going to somewhere else, they come to the biggest places where the patriarchy, so-called, is the strongest it ever will be. But the patriarchy is a problem. Get out of here. But anyway, I digress. A woman who wastes your time and space does not care about your existence, because those are the very things that make you. So this is in addition to the other type of woman to stay away from. And this is why. Because your time and your space is the most important thing to your very existence. But anyways, this has been a Wolf in Beta Clothes. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.